Hello and welcome to Glorious Miniatures, and in today's video we'll be having a look at Sunday preview 29th of January 2023. It's a big week for the 41st millennium as the next installment in the Arks of Omen series approaches, and a Demon Primarch Angron leads the World Eaters in a new campaign of carnage. The Ark of Omen Angron. This tome features everyone's favourite anger management crisis, getting stuck into the planet Malakbale, with nearly all the Indomitus Crusade fleet quarters to smash through and the Grey Knights rallying to banish Angron once again. The Demon Primarch has a tough fight ahead. Alongside the plenty of new lore advancing the storyline, this book contains further rules for boarding actions, including unique upgrades for Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, World Eaters, Grey Knights, Astra Militarum, and Orc boarding patrols. Arks of Omen Angron is also available in a glamorous collector's edition with a striking cover, embossed with silver foil, printed page edges, and a black ribbon page marker. These editions are only available while stocks last, and they are a truly magnificent addition to your Warhammer collection. Okay, we got the big beast himself, the eponymous hero of Arks of Omen Angron. It's finally here to drench your local battlefield in buckets of blood, with an awe-inspiring model and rules only slightly less effective than feeding your opponent models into a wood chipper. Incredible detail from the finely wrought weapons to the pile of skulls at his feet, and comes with two head options so you can represent Angron bellowing with rage or shortly before bellowing with rage. If you're planning on picking up the book and the model at the same time, an exclusive art print bundle will net you the excellent artwork seen on the cover of Arks of Omen Angron, but only while stocks last. So be quick with that if you wish. This is a big chunky model. I don't think I will be getting it. I'll probably take a commission to paint it, but I could probably do without it. However, I know many people have been waiting a long time for it. So let's get on to the next thing. Codex World Eaters. Hey, even the mightiest Demon Primarch needs a cohort of like-minded warriors to lead into battle, and the World Eaters want nothing more than to match their Gene Father's prodigious murder count. Codex World Eaters marks the first time the fragmented 12th Legion have been their own standalone faction, and they make good use of the opportunity with characterful blood tithe rules, plenty of new datasheets, and stacks of lore. Must say, look at that fantastic bit of artwork on the front. Some very angry people with some very large chain axes, causing probably quite a bit of carnage. If you're one of the chosen 8-bound, or just want to show off your dedication to Khorne, the Premium Collector's Edition is for you, featuring gold foil lettering, gilt page edges, and a red ribbon page marker. Yeah, not for me. I do have Khan the Betrayer, and I am planning on getting a couple of miniatures, but I'm not going to be going all in on this. I don't want the codex or anything. I'm not going to be too fussed about it. However, you got the Lord Invocatus. Lead the World Eaters on the charge with Lord Invocatus, a named warlord who plunges into battle from the burning skies atop his personal juggernaut mount, Kalgurth. His artificer chain axe, Coward's Bane, reaps a tremendous tally of skulls. And if the force of Khorne's Thunderbolt isn't a fit for your warband, you can also assemble this miniature as a regular Khorne Lord on Juggernaut. That is probably what I'm going to be doing, although that chainsaw head on top of it is a bit weird. I think I might be doing without that if possible. Onwards to the Exalted 8-bound. As the elite of the World Eaters warbands, the possessed warriors known as the 8-bound are mountains of muscle and bad attitude, channeling a demonic power into acts of extreme violence. This pack of 3 miniatures can build either a regular 8-bound unit equipped with eviscerators, or a band of supercharged exalted 8-bound whose chain fists can side apart Terminators in a single swing. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I don't think I'll be getting these ones. However, I would not want to be facing them on the other side of the table. They look pretty vicious. Some of them definitely need to go to the podiatrist, the foot person. They look some very angry, large miniatures. Anyway, next up is the Khorne Berserkers. Flood the battlefield with Khorne Berserkers, the raging foot soldiers of the World Eaters Legion. This unit of 10 Berserkers is a close combat powerhouse and perfect core for any World Eaters army. So this is one of the things I might get. Maybe. Just to go along with Khan, because he needs friends, right? That's my excuse. They finally got a new range of miniatures here. So, been a long time coming. I've already got sort of Death Guard and kind of basically Iron Warriors. So I don't think I need yet another Chaos kind of army lurking in the shadows. However, it's nice to paint some new projects every so often. Let's scroll down to, the Jackals. Jackals are brutal human cultists, pumped with combat stims and 8 drops of the warp-infused blood of true World Eaters, turning them into furious melee machines with no regard for their own lives. They're effective fighters in their own right and throw themselves into enemy guns for a chance to please their murderous god. I really like these minis. I think they would make potentially, well, I've got the beginnings of a Chaos Cultist Necromunda warband, so I could absolutely see a couple of these finding their way over there. Lots of flesh on display as well, which I'm always fond of painting, so this will be a rather hard thing for me to turn down. Got some World Eaters data cards and dice sets, so data cards always very nice. Those are some pretty fancy dice. Blood red they are, with some gold pips. Very nice. Angron, the Red Angels Special Edition. How many of these do you reckon there are? Angron comes screaming back into the annals of the Black Library in Angron, the Red Angel by David Geimer. The fragmented World Eaters finally find themselves uniting under a single terrible banner, and carefully laid plans by the Grey Knights may not be enough to see the galaxy saved from the upcoming storm of bloodshed. The Luxury Special Edition features jaw-dropping cover art, a cloth spine and backing with gold foil, a gold and yellow ribbon page marker, and the short story It Bleeds, also by David Geimer. This incredible collector's piece is limited to just 1,500 copies worldwide, each individually numbered and signed by the author. So prepare to spam that F5 button come Saturday morning. Otherwise, you too might get angry as this Primarch. Angron the Red Angel will also be available in hardback, MP3 audiobook, and digital ebook editions, both French and English. This novel is a perfect way to get ready for Arks of Omen, Angron. Balefleet Battle Force. While Angron's hordes sweep across the galaxy, the rest of the traitorous Astartes aren't just sitting around, and the Balefleets continue their search for Abaddon's mysterious relics. This powerful elite force comprises 10 possessed, 5 Chaos Terminators, a Helldrake, and a new Demon Prince, all fully capable of slaughtering entire units of enemy warriors. Now, I already have the Demon Prince. However, I find myself in a position where I would like one for my Death Guard, and I would also like one for my fledgling Slaves to Darkness, so I do need a second one. Is this going to be the way to do it? I don't know. According to certain people we've had chats with, the Helldrake is a bit of a monster to build and paint. I've no idea how it plays on the battlefield, so I don't know if this is going to be what I want. I suppose it'll come down to it, the price, as always. Got to start with a Chaos Army somewhere. This could be perfect for what you want when it comes up for pre-order this week. On a Boarding Patrol Space Marines. In the brand new Boarding Actions format, compact armies battle through cramped corridors and treacherous corners. New and upcoming Boarding Patrol boxes give you a diverse selection of models to form effective and characterful armies. Boarding Patrol Space Marines contains a captain in Gravis armor, 10 assault intercessors, 5 heavy intercessors, making a capable close quarters force with plenty of firepower and durability for sticky situations. Now, I see the logo below this. I was expecting to see the Chaos one as well, led by Abaddon himself and a bunch of cultists, I think. I don't know where that is. I already have Abaddon, so I'm not too concerned, but I was genuinely expecting both of these to be dropped at the same time. Anyway, saying that, I don't have any heavy intercessors yet. I do have this captain though, so I don't think I'll be getting this Boarding Patrol. If they bring out different versions of this, that would be great. It's a nice core to start an army off with though, and to play these Boarding Patrols, so it's going to be a good time. Blood Bowl. Bryce the Slice Cambiel, a flaming chainsaw-wielding skeleton, is precisely the kind of player who'd make it big on a Blood Bowl circuit. As a first dedicated chainsaw slinger in the Sylvanian Spotlight League, the resin star player Bryce the Slice Cambiel is a brutally effective killer with his Ghostly Flames ability boosting his chainsaw attacks. In my brain, ripped straight out of Army of Darkness, Bruce Campbell's chainsaw-wielding character. It's nicely, I must say, I do like how this has been painted up with the armor is looking very spiffing. Some chunky old chainsaw as well, with what seems to be like a rib cage and a spine. Anyway, very nice indeed. I see some Warhammer the Horus Heresy made to order Alpha Legion upgrades. Although the Alpha Legion prefers subtlety, they occasionally take to the field in the full panoply of their Legion. Upgrade your Cataphracti Terminators with detailed shoulder pads, then add some flair to your line troops with Mark III shoulder pads and Mark IV torsos. These resin upgrades add Serpentine style to your Warhammer Horus Heresy army, but will be available on a made-to-order basis from this Saturday for a limited time only. I believe it's 2 weeks, but don't quote me on that, so make sure you order these if you want them. They shan't be around forever. Raven Guard upgrades. Same deal with these. The Raven Guard are masters of style, and you can add their Corvid insignia to your models with sets of resin shoulder pads for Mark II, Mark III, and Mark IV armor types. The very best deserve an extra treat, so trick out your most experienced veterans with 5 torsos compatible with both Mark III and Mark IV Space Marine models. These resin upgrade kits are available on a made-to-order basis from Saturday for a limited time only. So, as I said before, if you want them, make sure you get them. Renegades of the Long War. The forces of chaos are home to many colourful champions, and you can follow the story of 3 such individuals in Renegades of the Long War, a compilation of 3 novels and a short story. Lucius the Faultless Blade and Lucius Pride and Fall by Ian St. Martin tell the tale of, you guessed it, Lucius the Eternal's never-ending quest for glory and perfection, while Khan, Eater of Worlds by Anthony Reynolds recounts the World Eater's struggles following the Horus Heresy's climax, and Sons of the Hydra by Rob Sanders follows Alpha Legionnaire Occam the Untrue on a mission to reunite his disparate legion in the 41st millennium. Renegades of the Long War is available in paperback and digital ebook editions. Unholy Tales of Horror and Woe from the Imperium. Now this looks like a book that I will get. I've yet to try any of the Warhammer horror books, and this looks like it could be a good choice. So, this chilling Warhammer horror omnibus collects the Oubliette by J.C. Stern, Sepulchrum by Nick Kime, The Deacon of Wounds by David Annandale, and The Bookkeeper's Skull by Justin D. Hill into an essential collection of scary stories from the worlds of Warhammer. These stories are all tied together by a singular mysterious thread and are an excellent starting point for readers looking to get into the Warhammer horror collection. Black Hearts, the Omnibus, relives the secret missions of the much maligned Black Hearts in this omnibus of 3 novels and 2 short stories by Nathan Long. Rainer Hetzau and his fellow prisoners are given a choice between suicidal missions in service of the Empire or an assured death on the executioner's block. So does any wonder they plunge into mortal peril time and time again? Empire, you say? You had me at Empire. Right, I might very well get that book. Well, and plus you may have noticed that blood is a common theme this week, and that goes double for Wednesday's Warhammer Plus releases. Battle Report tears open the Warcry Blood Hunt box set for an epic clash using the new warbands and fortification rules, while Citadel Color Masterclass presents an in-depth tutorial for painting all of the blood effects you'll need for the upcoming World Eaters. Let's get bulk blood effects. Blood for the blood god, right? And a toothbrush and just splat the paint everywhere. Scroll to the top, as always. Who's keen on miniatures this week? What are we all thinking about potentially purchasing? Angron is I'm not too sold on him personally. However, the Chaos Lord on Juggernaut, probably yes. And potentially Khorne Berserkers, but more likely Jackals. We'll have to see when it comes down to it. Anyway, folks, what I am going to say is do make sure you check out my website. I'm going to try and not spam it quite so much. We went quite a lot on it over the weekend, so I'm going to try and step back from it. However, do check it out, sign up to the newsletter, all that kind of jazz. And also, while you're reading the comments down here, make sure you subscribed and indeed hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And that's all I got to say. Have a great week, folks, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.